Alright, so looks like you're all enjoying the couches. Feels like Starbucks in here. I mean, without the coffee, of course. We do, however, have nachos, so that counts for something. You know what they say, if it's nacho cheese, then eat it with nachos. Yeah, I know, cheesy joke. But yeah, they're ready if you want them. So, man, this weather feels like summer already, doesn't it? And like, technically, according to the calendar, summer doesn't even begin until like a few weeks from now. It's kind of like how people call these movies coming out in May summer movies, even though they're not technically in summer. So, anyone looking forward to movies this summer? I'm definitely looking forward to The Man of Steel, you know, the new Superman movie, as well as The Wolverine, who's also known as the Man of Adamantium. However, I'm not sure if they will be as epic as this movie I recently saw called Star Trek Into Darkness. Yeah, you should really go see it, but like, see one before though, or else you'll be confused. But yeah, it was an excellent film, directed by J.J. Abrams, who will also be directing the new Star Wars movies within the next few years. Shouldn't that be kind of illegal, having both Star Trek and Star Wars? I mean, it's as big as a crime as Disney owning both Marvel and Star Wars. Hopefully we can get a movie from J.J. Abrams called Star Trek Into Star Wars. I definitely want that. So, I recently had an award ceremony at my high school. I won't go into specifics because I don't like to brag. If you spell brag backwards, it's garb, which of course is short for garbage. And I don't want to be in the garb age. I left the 90s a long time ago. It's kind of like how boss spelled backwards is sob. You know, bosses making people cry. But at the award ceremony, there was this dress code, which was business casual. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I mean, when it really comes to men's clothing, what really is the difference between business casual and formal? So I thought about it for a while and just wore slacks, a dress shirt, and no tie. Tie is too fancy, in my opinion. You know, this summer kind of reminds me of last summer when I went to leadership camp at Camp Emmaus. It was a lot of fun. I made a lot of new friends. There was this one friend, Michael Massarenhas, who's like passing around a list where we could write down our contact info, you know, email addresses. And I told my friend Juan Barrera, I hope he doesn't send me spam. And he thought that was funny because it was a legitimate concern. I would, however, like the edible spam, you know. I'd definitely be down to eat that. You know, speaking of food, this reminds me, you know, we as Catholics should not be cafeteria Catholics. And what that means is that we shouldn't be, like, too picky on what we should do right. Just like how some people are picky when it comes to picking food out of a cafeteria. We should be all-you-can-eat Catholics, which means that we should do as many good things as we can. Just like how someone at an all-you-can-eat buffet would try eating everything. I do not encourage gluttony. And, you know, say grace before you eat a meal, as often as you can. You know, it can save you from choking on an avocado or something. I actually thought of that one last year while I was choking on a grain of rice after forgetting to say grace. One thing that you definitely would not choke on is the Eucharist. You know, instead of Reese's Pieces, you're getting Jesus Pieces, which fill you. Yeah, Mary gave birth to him, you know, Mary had a little lamb. And, you know, listen to the gospel, you know, the book of Matthew, book of Luke, book of John, book of Mark. And no, I'm not talking about the Facebook of Mark Zuckerberg. I'm Stephen Shinder, and I'm on Facebook. Thank you for listening.